So hello everybody and welcome to our Behind the Music segment. Really excited to be here today. I'm sure a number of you are familiar with the show on MTV, right, Behind the Music, where they interview some stars in the music industry about how they got their start and how they got to be where they are today. Well, we're going to do something a little similar today. We've actually got two of our long-standing partners with us today, and we're going to be interviewing them about how they got their start and how they have come to where they are today. So our next guest is Peter Streips from Network Security Group. And to give you a little bit of information about Peter, he has been in the network security industry for over 16 years, focused on direct and channel sales. Peter's network security career includes 10 years at organizations such as RSA Security and Oracle, eventually paving the way for the creation of Network Security Group Incorporated in 2005. For the last 11 years, Peter has led NSG to be a leading ESET reseller and recognized network security VAR in the New England area. NSG Inc.'s impressive client list includes more than 2,000 accounts, including Timex, Subway, and Burlington Coat Factory, to name just a few. So please join me in welcoming Peter to the stage.
Job. Hello, San Diego.
Oh, come on.
It's supposed to be like a rock thing. So I wanted to be like a band, be like, hey. Anyway, hi.
Hi, Peter. Thank you for joining us today. So let's begin by hearing from you. What has it meant to be a partner of ESET for the last 10 years?
Sure, great question. I think we're sort of unique. Our organization's unique in the sense that we actually built our business around ESET. About 12 years ago, our only vendor at the time was ESET and still is our leading vendor at this point. So literally we are a case study in the sense that if you want to be successful, you can use ESET not only to run and grow a healthy business, but also start, implement, and actually achieve your goals as a business owner. The other part of it is, and there's a theme I'll have during this interview, is really the amazing marketing team that ESET has. To partner with ESET marketing, I think, is a key point. We have leveraged MDF funds in every facet you can imagine, which has really allowed us to create a very strong brand in Massachusetts and Boston itself. We don't sell keyboards, we don't sell mice pads, all we sell is security products and services, so it's very important we pick the right partners. And using ESET's MDF funds, we've been able to establish a very strong brand in the Massachusetts area, so very, very thankful for that. And also ESET's tech alliances have really allowed us to expand beyond their traditional antivirus partnerships. Now we're selling encryption, obviously cloud-based storage and backup, so many other solutions. And ESET allows us essentially to get your foot in the door in accounts, be that a trusted advisor, and then from that perspective, you're able to sell other products and services and really grow your accounts as well.
Now, you recently sold your business, correct?
I did.
Well, congratulations.
Hey.
Tell us a little bit about that process and what you've got in store for 2017.
Thank you. It's not always the most exciting and glorious kind of experience. Certainly, there's a lot of emotions involved in selling a business. It's your baby. You know, you want to make sure you're doing the right thing. For me, it took about 2 years talking to trusted advisors, getting a business evaluation, talking to your family. And it's interesting. I was here obviously yesterday talking to some partners as well that are in a very similar situation. And one common theme that I got out of it is when you feel like you're maybe at a plateau, you've put your sweat equity into the business, you've done everything you can in terms of investing your funds and your resources, but maybe it's okay to take a step back and say, you know, I need some help. Maybe partner with somebody is the answer, or in my case, it was selling the business. The gentleman that I sold the business to is here. His name is Luke Walling. He's a business leader, a security leader. And for me, it was very important to pass the baton to somebody that allowed me to stay on the team and continue to work with Network Security Group and not necessarily disenfranchise myself. So I have the fortunate experience to basically be on on the team as a sales director, working with ESET, all the partners, all of our employees, and it's really a win-win situation. So for anyone who's got a for sale sign on your business, by the way, feel free to meet me upstairs at lunchtime. I'm happy to talk to you about it.
Great. And that's great that you were able to stay on board and, continue to keep those relationships going. So let's see. So I imagine that over the course of the years, you have taken a lot of feedback from your customers in order to figure out what that strategic plan needs to look like for the business. So what are some of the trends that you're seeing in the from your customers in
Great
the
question.
security?
So it's interesting. We do a lot of security events, as I mentioned earlier. And one of the questions I always ask at the beginning is, what are you guys seeing? What's keeping your customers up at night? So the feedback that we see, really 4 or 5 key points. I'm sure you guys agree with this. Social engineering, phishing attacks, it's not going away, it's getting worse. We're real big preachers on a written information security plan. It was brought up yesterday, no products to 100%. So what are you guys doing for employee awareness training as well, security awareness trainings? You could have the best firewall in the world, the best perimeter defense, but what's going on internally should matter just as much what's going on externally. So certainly social engineering is on the rise. We're also seeing small businesses, SMB accounts are being targeted more so than larger organizations. Makes sense, right? You don't have a security budget per se, so it may not be a very lucrative hack, but if you've got multiple accounts that are smaller, you can certainly get very equitable in terms of going after smaller businesses. So we're seeing the rise in SMB accounts. IoTs, we all have them here today, right? Internet of Things. You guys have probably seen a commercial with a refrigerator that has a camera in it. Pretty cool stuff. I really want to know if I need to get ketchup when I'm at the grocery store, I guess. But the reality is it's probably got the default password or admin password set by the manufacturers. You breach into your lovely refrigerator. Next thing you know, you're on the network, and then all of a sudden my laptop could be compromised via VPN access, whatever it is. So that's a big concern, obviously, is the security threat there. Cloud-based, we had a really good event in Mass about 6 months ago, geared specifically on cloud-based attacks, threats. And we had about 60 financial firms, some top 100 banks, considering or actually have already made the move to the cloud. And they are scared as you know what, as far as their data goes. Microsoft's obviously not considered a very secure company or security-focused organization, so it's very important to partner with vendors that do care or add layers such as ESET to the Microsoft products, two-factor authentication being a part of that. And here's an interesting thing. Yesterday, I learned a lot about a patch management product through the Tech Alliance, and I'm very happy to hear that. There was a study last year done by HP that said 70% of open source patches that are causing breaches today are over 2 years old. Think about that. So what does that say? It says businesses and organizations still aren't taking patch management as seriously or as part of their security process. So just simple things like creating patches should be considered as well. So those are a lot of the things that we're talking about in our organization.
Mm-hmm. And you mentioned the Technology Alliance. So last year, you actually at our ESET Partner Conference, you won Most Diversified Award, right? Mm-hmm. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing to cross-sell ESET products through the Technology Alliance program.
Yeah, absolutely. I mentioned how ESET's a great foot in the door. Use that as your benefit. People, as soon as you illustrate and demonstrate the value of ESET, from an antivirus perspective, it's a very natural and very complementary thing to start talking about desk lock, patch management, obviously now, other solutions that ESET has from a Tech Alliance perspective. One thing that I'm not sure if everyone knows about, there's a wonderful website. Use the promotions that ESET offers every quarter as well. www.eset.com/us/promo. You will see quarterly promos that should be a great second reason or another reason to contact your customers. Hey, 15% off desk lock, or buy one, get one free, or buy 2 years, get one free, whatever it might be. So we always hop on that website a couple months or right when the promos are out, so we have an idea on how to approach our customers from a cross-selling perspective. The other thing that we're doing is we had talked about, and Mike Eterno, I told you I was going to bring you up. Mike Eterno did a great job yesterday in discussing other tech alliances that are out there. And one of the things he brought up is, why don't I just work directly with a tech alliance partner itself? Why do I work with ESET? Well, shoot, if you're a gold platinum partner, you're getting 35, whatever the discount is, plus very healthy MDF funds. Use those, do local events, partner with your tech alliance partner. Steve Donovan over at Storagecraft, we do a lot of events with ESET hand in hand, makes sense. So we work with ESET and we bring 2 or 3 partners, some of them are our tech alliance partners, bring them into a room with 30 to 40 IT decision makers and using the ESET MDF funds to promote that. One more thing is a big benefit for us is capturing that ROI from events. Make sure you have some sort of promotion that's a takeaway from the event. If you buy something from me in 30 days, we'll give you 3 months extra added from a license or whatever the promotion might be. So you want to capture that ROI immediately as well. So those are some things we've had success with.
And you've talked a lot about the different things that you partner with ESET to do. So what is one thing that really differentiates ESET in terms of how they support you from other vendors out there?
Got to go back to the marketing, MDF funds. We literally have tried everything under the sun. I mean, we've done TV advertising, radio advertising, with Bonnie and her amazing team. We've really have kicked MDF funds. I think we're the most, or the partner that uses, and I'm going to say invests more than any other partner in this room. And I'm proud of that. I think, we're willing to take chances and try different things to promote ESET's business. So I think that separates ESET from any other vendor we work with in the sense that, ESET doesn't just care about selling ESET. They care about promoting your business, holistically. They want to see you succeed in all areas, not just with ESET. Of course, ESET's going to be the primary focus, but who other vendor can say that, right? So we sit down, Sean Moran and I did our yearly review, and it's not just questions, how are we going to promote ESET, but asking me questions about my business plan. What's the success plan going to look like for you and your organization? And again, using marketing funds by ESET has been why I guess I'm on stage here today.
Well, thank you, both of you. It's been great talking to you about your businesses, about how you've got to where you are today. And I hope that for many of you out there, what Pete and Nathan have been sharing with us has resonated with you and things that you can relate to. We don't want the conversation to stop there either. Both Pete and Nathan will be available over the lunchtime at 2 tables at the front of the room. So if you do have more questions for them, would like to talk a little bit more about their experiences, please, we encourage you to sit down and have a chat with them. So with that, thank you so much, everybody, for your time. Thank you to the both of you again. Please give them a round of applause.